I'm Lorna Maseko. Many of you won't know that I'm actually an event planner in real life. I'm always looking out for foodie inspirations to use in my new role as SABC3's hostess. My good friend and celebrity makeup artist Ntata Mashishi turned 40 a couple of months ago, but he's just been too busy to plan his own party, so he's called on me, the hostess. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ntato's name is synonymous with makeup in the industry. If you want him to paint your face or beat it to the gods, honey, you better book him in advance. You know what? I think Ntato sometimes pretends like he's busier than he is. I think the best place to find him is on set, and if he's not on set, he'll create a set for himself.
When you're a makeup artist to the stars, I mean, it's your life, but it's not a glamorous life as people make it seems to be. So it's a lot of, like work and a lot of traveling.
You've been so busy that you haven't had time to even plan your own 40th. Show me, that's not right.
Even my father was like, it's your biggest moment in your life. You know, you never had this 40 again.
I can't believe Ntato's actually 40. I mean, time flies. Well, Chumi, you're going to take a break. I'm here. We're going to plan your 40th. It's going to be beautiful. And start thinking about ideas. He's quite the sophisticated one, so I think an intimate dinner party with his close friends, something small but just fabulous and lots of fun. I mean, you only turned 41, so you better go all the way out. First thing I want to do was look at the venue. That's one of the things that I think for me helps me quite a lot to see what I'm working with. I want to have an idea.
Lorna, this is my house. I just bought this house and I've just turned 40. I don't have time to decorate. I don't have time to cook.
You can make sure that you look amazing, but you can't make sure your house looks amazing.
You know what? I have
Does
to
your father know
myself.
this?
Hello.
Lorna, take.
How are you? I'm so sorry I'm late. I got stuck in traffic and I was organizing a few things. I've been Tata, how are you?
Tawa is my fabulous assistant who likes to wear feather bows when they're really not necessary. He's over the top, too bougie for his own words, and I'm trying to sharpen him around the edges. It's going to take us a while.
I was out there in the streets, broke, and Lorna came and saved me and hired me to be her assistant.
I've got a problem. One problem is the budget.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of money. It's that time of the month. I only have 2,500 rands, and I hope that you can create a miracle. I know.
Are you writing that down?
Please.
Yes, I've got it.
We need to get going. Let's see what he has. I love this part. Let's sneak. Who knows? We might find something interesting.
Yes, please.
It's going to be tons
I
of
can't
fun.
wait to see what he has in his house.
Just don't eat anything.
Ah, but
I didn't actually expect to see so much white in Ntato's
I
house.
know, he's got a very mental asylum vibe about it, eh? Like, it's so dead. I'm a fashionista, and without fashion, we'd all be hitting the streets naked. So it makes sense for a fashionista to be the one to telling people this is the best decor for your bare houses. You know, being a fashionista, it's like you're sent by the universe to save humanity from themselves.
Let's look around and see what he has. Ooh, food. Definitely not that side. Okay.
Wow, look, he's got black plates.
Love
that can
that.
work for us.
This can definitely work.
Toss those. Don't break a nail in the process.
Let's see what else he has.
How beautiful are these lawns?
Nice.
If we pair this against the black, imagine how nice it's gonna look. And also the contrast of the paint against this for the gram, like the most beautiful Instagram pictures.
I think the touches of rose gold will just make the table pop and give it that beautiful je ne sais quoi, since it's the only word he uses. He uses it so many times.
Well, also his life needs je ne sais quoi, because this is pretty plain.
We generally don't snoop, but we did this time. I mean, we didn't find much. I mean, Tabo may have been very naughty. I don't know what he does. I'm very professional at what I do. Cooking, setting up the party.
I'm Lorna Maseko. I live in Santon.
Now, when your budget is only 2,500 Rand, the key to stretching every penny is planning and more planning. I'm thinking canapes. I'm thinking some feta, sun-dried tomatoes with like a beautiful cucumber roll.
Oh, let me see that.
We're gonna have feta, sun-dried tomato, and cucumber. What is that?
Oh, babe, this is life, but you're not used to these nice things.
But not on my hair. And somebody remove the feather boas out of my office.
Featherboard does everything better, you know. Look at me now. Look at me now. You know, I'm all sultry, I'm all sexy, I'm everything. Okay, pardon.
Lose the feathers.
The sun-dried tomatoes, like how are we gonna get that done? Chop them up, lay them in the sun
Chop the...
to dry, and then we add them in. Oh, okay, Lance, continue.
For the main course, I love a good juicy steak.
Yes, someone is my home girl. How about some young hot wings? That's very African, you know. Or not. We'll stick it to the steak.
What I'm so excited about is the chocolate tartlet. You don't even have to bake it.
So the wine, the meat, I can do a bit of wine tasting just to make sure it's the best wines,
Bye,
right?
Felicia.
Bye, Lance.
See you later.
Let me go serve your party.
Cool. For Ntato's 40th, we decided that we're not going to have a starter, but we'll start with canapes, which are so easy to eat and nibble on, just as long as the guests don't nibble on each other by the time the evening's done. We use beautiful ribbons of cucumber and one of my favorite combinations, sun-dried tomato and feta. But we added a bit of a twist and put some lemon, salt and pepper, dill, and I think it just works so well. They're good to eat and so easy to kind of take, put in your mouth and enjoy. And I made it like this. And then we moved on to pancetta. Oh, my favorite. If you don't have pancetta, you can use prosciutto. Works the same, tastes the same, from Italy. Has a ciatta or chihi in it, so works. So what we did there is that we put the pancetta into the oven for about 10 minutes, well, until it gets dry, because it's quite a juicy kind of meat, or at least melts in your mouth. Most of the time when I'm hosting dinner at my own house, I find that you don't have time to do everything. So you don't have to try be the Giuseppe of the kitchen, because some stores have ready-made pastry for you. You can also, if you don't have egg wash, which is basically just eggs beaten up, you can also use milk or butter to brown the pastry. Now, my favorite thing to do, especially on a Sunday, is to have chakalaka. So this is it. And I think Ntato's friends are going to be very happy. On that note, I did send my assistant, as I'm blabbering away and thinking about it 2 seconds later, to get me some juicy steak.
I'm looking for something juicy, nice, and tasty.
Okay, so what we've got, let me explain to you. We've got 2 different cuts. Over here, we've got a ribeye. What you can see is it's got a whole lot of pockets of fat all over it. What happens is when you cook it, it actually becomes very flavorful. The marbling is excellent, but for me, my favorite would have to be the rump steak. Now, let me explain to you about the rump, my brother. What happens is it's from the top part of the cow, so it's there by the buttock.
Oh, so it's bootylicious.
That's it, basically.
The thing about rump, see, when they take it out the cow, they take it from the booty area because that's the least worked area. I'm like, cows don't twerk? He's like, no, brother, they don't twerk. I was like, okay, cool. Give me that rump then. Thank you so much, brother, you know. Peace in the Middle East.
Cheers.
When you're hosting a party or a dinner party, you want to make sure that you are making your guests happy. So you kind of cater for everybody. You know, as I'm thinking about this rice, I'm like, this wild, wild rice. It's wild, it's wild, wild, wild rice. I don't know how I made that song up. We're gonna pour the rice into the bowl. I know how I found that and that song just is beyond me. But the wild rice goes into the bowl. And this is fun because everything goes into one bowl. It's like you hoy it in, like we like to say in South Africa. A bit of pomegranate. Apparently these are so good for you. And also the texture and color, magnifique. My favorite, if you know me by now, you know I love cheese. So some feta cheese in there as well. With a budget of 2,500 rand, you can see we're trying to maintain or keep the same ingredients, like the feta, the dill, which has been quite common in some of the dishes, and of course, some lemon juice, which is very good for you as well. A bit of olive oil, not too much, because you don't want a sticky, oily rice. And like they taught you in the township, mix. Not with a wooden spoon, but it can be a little plastic one, like we have here. Final step, salt and pepper. It looks so beautiful and colorful, and seeing the black plate with the pomegranate and feta and dill, and oh, it's gonna look amazing.
Oh my word. I could live here, babe. How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I need your help. My boss, she cracks the whip. She's tough as nails. And she sent me to come get a few wines for the dinner party that we're throwing. Can you help me out?
Do you know what your menu is?
So we're gonna start off with like pears and blue cheese, and then elevate it a bit, and then like ram with rice. So it's very, very bougie, and it's a 40th. I had to hold myself back, like wine. Not that I'm a drinker. I just like to be one with the grapes. Tell me, what wine would you recommend for my party?
I'd recommend maybe a nice wooded Chardonnay, and we can maybe do some reds for your main.
The lady insisted, like she totally insisted that I try some wine. So I enchained myself.
We're going to have this beautiful salmon linguine, and for all our pescatarians, because you want to cater for all your guests, as I've said before. And pasta's such comfort food.
I've got your steak here for you. Come into the house, running, my pants almost fell off. I get there, Lawrence is within her cooking. Ha 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 ha. Why are you late up?
Well, let's see, because it's quite important that it's, did you get enough for everybody?
Even though we work on a tight budget, I managed to get 2 rump steaks, so I think that'll feed everyone.
Okay, so I think we said we're working with 150 rands per person for just food alone. That brings us to about 980, I think.
Oh no, maths was the second option for me.
Bring me a calculator, Tabo, bring me a calculator.
Here's your
I work with
phone.
numbers on a calculator. So that's 150 times 6 people. That's 900, not bad. Okay, how much was the bottles of wine? I'm sure you didn't get cheap.
No, the wine is amazing, 140 per bottle, so I got 7 bottles.
140 times that. Excellent, so that's 900.
And I got 7 bottles.
So we still have about 500 to play with. It is so tight. It's as tight as this wig I'm wearing. Please still look around the house and see what we can pick up, snoop, steal, just for the event. We'll bring it back afterwards,
Well, I believe that a tight budget always makes you creative, so let me go make some magic for you.
All right, and now to that juicy steak. You do know how I love my red meat. Always keep it brown and thick and juicy. I'm talking about the rump steak. Not only do I love that sound, but that sizzle just smells absolutely out of this world. And one tip that I actually have for you guys is that when you have a steak, don't play around with it. Don't turn it this side, move it around like you are playing Monopoly. Just let it go, leave it do its thing. Let it get to the texture that you like, and it's meat. Let it do its thing. It's not that complicated sometimes. The most important thing, and I know some of you girls sometimes just want to give that man that steak, but you have to rest your meat, or it's gonna be bloody everywhere. It's not gonna look nice or taste nice. And remember we spoke about how food is supposed to look? Amazing with your eyes. For all my chili fans, they like to say if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. But you can always stay in my kitchen because I have so much love for all of you. But if you really can't stand the chili, you can have this little trick that I learned. I didn't even know where I learned it from, but sometimes you go about life and you learn different things all the time. And you rub the chili like this, and the seeds leave like a friendship that just annoyed you and you don't want it anymore. But you still have the flavor, just like the feelings. For the salsa, mix some pineapple, chili, lemon juice, coriander, and mint together, and of course, season to taste. People eat with their eyes. You could be looking at something that does not necessarily taste as nice, but looks amazing. So already because people are looking at it and thinking, oh my gosh, this must taste amazing, they'll enjoy it. But this time around, I think we did well with taste and we did well with color. know what? It's always so great when the end is near. This is the final thing from the main courses before we get into the dessert. But it's so simple. What we have here is linguine, which I was cooking off a little bit earlier. We've got store-bought salmon, coriander, dill, some parmesan, and it's 4 medium strong. Sometimes you get grana padano and different things, but read the label and you should be safe. Just mix all the ingredients together. The amounts are really up to you. Add at your own discretion, bearing in mind that this is a pasta dish with the hero ingredient of salmon. This food is literally making my mouth water. It looks so delicious. I can't wait for Ntato's friends to dig in and just have a good time. It's going to be a great party, yo. Meanwhile, in true Thabo style, he was snooping.
I was not snooping around. It's called, let's say, creative investigation. Okay, let's see what he's got to play with. This could work, you know. While I'm busy snooping upstairs, there they were, black and white paintings. I was like, this is perfect, and it goes with our theme. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, this would be perfect for Pride, but not for a party, a dinner party. Oh, hey. Yeah, maybe Lorna will let me perform like, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, my career, I'm so multi-talented. Okay, let me take this. Oh, more paintings. These two. Let's go. This is weird. Someone is a Kim Kardashian fan, definitely. Or Boiti, one of them. But, no, Lorna will lose it if I bring this down. She'll definitely lose it.
Using decor elements and props from Ntato's own home was key to keeping within the allocated budget.
Now, okay, this table looks amazing, but it needs extra je ne sais quoi, baba voom to it, you know, and I have a plan in mind. Maybe I can add a few lights, a few greenery, then it will actually have that vibe, you know, and who knows, someone might get scooped up today.
You know what? I'm just kind of thinking in my head and looking at what Thabo's done. I don't give him as much credit as he deserves. But he does sometimes just mess it up when it's so good. But you know, when it's good with him, it's really good. I'm really impressed. Now, I need to tell you about this recipe. This is my favorite no-bake chocolate tart. It's chocolate biscuits with melted butter. And actually, when I'm thinking about it, you can use whatever biscuit you like. Just mix it with butter and you spread it smoothly onto the edges of this tin. Put it in the fridge for about an hour. Bob's your uncle. Sometimes he's your president. Whatever he is, you're gonna get a beautiful tart. So easy. So first step is that you need to heat the cream. Make sure that you don't overboil it because it'll split. Then what you need to do is put the cream into the bowl of chocolate and then stir away. How simple was that? I'm not even talking like TV time. I'm talking about real time. It literally took 5 minutes for me to make that. I'm so happy. I'm happy that everything's worked out pretty well. I hope this is the pied de résistance they'll be waiting for at the end of the evening. I'm sliding this into the fridge for an hour. Ooh, don't break anything.
I won't.
Oh
See,
my gosh. Okay.
so I got a few extras. I was looking at the table earlier and I was like, it's so dull and boring, you know?
Yeah.
He's turning 40, he's not going to his funeral. And which is why I wanted some greenery,
Yeah.
relating back to nature, and that can
Did
go
you
here.
honestly go to his garden? Did you give permission for...
I borrowed them. They're coming back to him anyway. It's for him, you know, he won't even notice. I
You
promise.
like to do the most. Thabo went and stole flowers from Ntato's garden, which is so Thabo-ish. You know, I mean, he could have just at least asked Ntato if he could cut the plants. What if Ntato has plant names? What if that plant was Spongile? You just want them to be about that high, I think that will create a nice dimension, which is very important.
Then I went and I got these fairy lights, right?
Okay, cool.
So the best part about these is that we have these beautiful
Those are
fairy
really
lights.
cute.
All right.
Look at that. You could even have a necklace. You're so over the top sometimes.
Then I also got these because everything was just so flat. I wanted to be eye level, pop it up a bit.
These are so cute. Look at that.
Oh, it's amazing. How right is this though? Imagine, just throw it here in between, just run it along, and then we run it along here.
How you lost it when we were on such a nice groove.
When you have a feather boa, you look like one of those people who takes 2 baths a day, you know? When you walk around, people can smell you from the distance. Just a picture of you oozes something, a character.
You took the feathers. I don't think it's going to work.
fine.
Imagine you're eating. It looks like you stole it from a set of Sleeping Beauty. Just
When
over.
Tato complains that this party is not fabulous enough, it's all on you. Call me old school or whatever, but living in a cooler box is not an ideal situation for me. Like, give me some color, give me some energy, give me some personality.
Whatever happens, please, I don't want to see any of these feathers when you're tidying up, my darling.
She hated my feather boa though, but the jury's still out on that one. I'm gonna convince her otherwise.
All right. How's it going? How far are we?
I'm almost done, just in the final touches.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I love the simplicity because I live in glamour world, but this is
That's exactly what I wanted to say, is that it does look a little bit bland at the moment, but we spend all the money on the food so that it pops and it looks amazing.
I hope there's chakalaka there. Hey?
Definitely. I thought about you and we wanted to add that soulfulness about who you are and coming from Kasi Yamakasi.
And I love that you stuck to the theme, which is black and white, because my guests are going to be wearing black and white. This was not stolen from my garden. They look like from my fresh
They were
grass.
borrowed.
I'm so busy.
Why are you talking about?
I have so much to do. We'll see you later. I have so much to do. I think I'm pretty happy. Let the party begin.
My dinner was a dream come true because it encapsulates everything that I would have imagined, but there was little surprises, and we had nice food, good drinks, good conversations, and I still have my friends.
What an amazing night. It was so beautiful to see people from my own hood. Yes, Alexandra Gomorrah, we salute you, we love you. We love the things that you're doing such amazing things, and just supporting Tato on his journey, seeing Benny, who I absolutely love, and all his friends. It was kind of quite memorable for me, which was great. I think we did well.